you're growing into that. That's what we have to realize about personal
Mm-hmm.
development. Like, you're not the same Kazi that I know when I first met you,
Yep.
right? So you've done a lot of growing. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. I can feel as well because I was not having my concepts clear. I was not that proactive, I would say, because after that, we had a meeting. I knew that, in order to achieve those things, those goals, I have to work on those things accordingly. And you taught me that when you told me like, hey, be organized. The synchronization would be there with your time and with your work as well, even with your practical life as well. Like, hey, just be organized. Like if you're doing your workout, you're going for a walk. After that, you gotta make your things going with your family and everything, and then you start your work as well. You have to be synchronized and organized for the whole 24 hours, not just for like 8 hours of your work. So that has me changed as well. So I've been following it for maybe it's been months, and I have seen the change as well. I have been learning new tactics to talk to the clients. Um, I have been following new rules. Talking to Nathan right now a lot because, as you said, we are married in such a way like we have to work together, collaborate with each other, talking to the team, and he's on the fundamental side as well. And whenever he has some technical questions, definitely he asks me. And whenever I am having some problems or maybe some questions about fundamental details, I always ping him. We are on a call. So this has been happening, and has been helping me a lot quite lately. Yeah.
I appreciate that, brother. And why did you choose Audience Lab in the first place?
It gave me the freedom to work what I love actually, because I would be very legit and literal about saying these things because I didn't want to have that, I knew my potential maybe that even if I don't have any tracker going on, someone over my head asking me, hey, what you doing? Hey, don't do this. Hey, do that. And we are seeing your screen. Are you watching YouTube? And I'm being very legit and open right now because this has been happening for quite a long time, even though I knew like, hey, give me my time, I'll show you the results. And I hope that our team, you, Nathan, and Jesse, and Adam, and Ray, people know me here now, and they know like whatever the time I'm working on right now, I can get this shit done, whatever is given to me, right? So I was just waiting for the right moment and the right option. I won't say option, I would say opportunity to show my potential to the people. Hey, this is what I can do. Let's get this on. Had a word with Adam. He wanted me to go with this Miro board and do a demo with him as well, like considering him as a client. It went well, and now I have this freedom to, and again, not just work. I feel like I'm a partner as well, talking to the clients. I know the drill, the whole drill. If I'm making more people stay, and maybe if I'm able to do the referral thing as well, it's gonna come back to me eventually, and then we're gonna grow as a company, as a family. It's not just people again. It's business and people, and we actually care about us each another a lot because yesterday, I'll give you an example. I had to go to a passport office for the renewal of the passport for my father as well. It took me 9 hours there because the system is here in my country is shit. Everyone knows that. It took me 9 hours and I was standing like for 5 to 6 consecutive hours. I know, Fred, you have done a lot, but this was new for me to just stand there waiting for my turn. My father was there as well. It took me a long time. And yesterday I was not feeling that kind of the hype I always do on Monday, like, hey, I'm gonna do this, 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 this. I skipped something, but I updated Adam and Nathan and Jesse that this is happening, but I'm gonna get this covered. So I checked Slack, I checked the Zendesk, but I was not able to do the meetings. But again, I was there in the past due client call as well, where we discussed the payments and past due clients. You know, other companies, if you talk about yourself, if you talk about your family, they're like, hey, this is your shit. We ain't have nothing to do with it. But when I talk to you, when I talk to Jesse, they feel this. Hey, every time I talk to you, Jesse or Nathan, about my family, hey, I gotta have some medicine for my mom. Because this for me, this is very real and big. in terms of, getting being recognized and, have that care from your management and your high peers as well. So the only thing I heard is family first. Hey, take care of that first. What can be done? And I have seen this working. So I am blessed. I would say that.
Wow. That's definitely awesome, brother. So
Yeah.
that ties into my other question. Like, why do you give a shit?
I have to. It's been years, here being an only son is like, at some point of time you have to do the shit on your own. And here the culture is you live with your parents. After 18, you're not going to an apartment and have a living relationship with your girl or something like that. Here it ain't happening. I have to be with my family. This is all I have. This is all I got, and I gotta keep going. Even if I'm married, I gotta take care of my parents, my sisters. Even if they're married, I'm gonna take care of them. And this is my, this is the boost I need for my life. There are things which I was not able to do. I would say maybe last year or the year before that. Now my mom says things. Hey, I want this. I get this done right away. And every time I take her to a restaurant, a fancy one, I'm emotional because she used to go when I was a little kid. My dad, my hero. Every weekend we are going to a dinner to a fancy place, and I was a king of my time. Nothing to worry about. I'm gonna just go to a school, come back. I have all the shit of the world in my maybe. I was not even a teenager. I was 9 or 10. I had a laptop. I had a phone. Most people don't. Most kids don't. And my cousins were like talking to their parents, hey, a fun has it. We want that as well. My dad gave everything to me. And now this is my time to just, I can never repay. We can never repay our parents, but I'm just trying my best to do so. So I do give a shit. That's why
Yeah.
I give a shit.
Yeah, no, that's definitely impressive, brother. How does that energy translate into what you do in Audience Lab? If people were to ask you, what do you do at Audience Lab? What do you tell them?
I'm trying to make them realize that they have come to the right place actually, because before when I started it, I just had this thing that I have to onboard people. I was actually doing the onboarding calls. Then you came in and I was talking to Jesse and Nathan as well. This is actually very big uh tech they're using right now. This is not just any other company. We are the number one on the planet, I would say. Like you say, I have never seen this DaaS of the, I would say, because here in my country as well, people are talking about SaaS only, software as a service. This DaaS thing, if I tell my people here, they're actually asking me, how does this work? And I'm telling them they're blown away already. Hey, this is happening. And I'm telling them, like, being in a third world country, I am partnered with people who are actually on the top right now, working in my room. And I am proud of myself.
That is so epic, man. Tell me more about that, because I mean, we've never really had a chance to chop, and I really, really want to know. Like, what's the
Yep.
big, yeah, what's it like? Because I know you showed me pictures of like one time there was like an uprising, right? And I'm just like, you're just like, yo, bro, this is what's going on. I might not be able to make it to work. I'm just like, what are you talking about right now? And then I hit Adam and Jesse up there, like, what? I'm like, yeah, man. I said, this is a real thing that's going on with Kazi right now. Like the
Yeah,
struggle's
I was actually talking to those people. Hey, why the fuck you're doing this? And they were like, hey, we are with our prime minister. Even I used to follow that person, Imran Khan. He's a big name even in US. Uh,
Yeah, but what I
that
what I'm
time,
asking, yeah, what I'm asking though is that like the differences between like how Audience Lab has shown you how to think versus the information disparity, because that's what I personally call it. There's information that's not there, but yet you, to your point, you have the prime information that even quite frankly first world countries don't even have. So this is a unique situation you're in.
first of all, I would say maybe I'm being lucky right now because I sent that proposal to Jesse's profile over Upwork because I was just sending proposals to many of the companies there because the first job I did was to do business development for a company. I used to work for a guy and I used to sent proposals for them for their profiles. I never had mine. After 8 years, I realized that I can do it for my own, because otherwise I was just making like 20, 25K in my currency, which is nothing. Okay. So then when I came here, I talked to Adam, hey, this is what we've been doing. And I'm seeing these leads coming up right now. They are generating themselves. I had never seen this before because here the culture is we people pay to other companies, hey, give me 1,000 leads, give me 2,000 leads. They're paying like thousands of rupees, maybe hundreds of dollars, I would say, $500 for maybe 1,000 leads. Okay. And here people are coming in with, we have a million of data. Adam fucking crashed Google Sheets and I am seeing all this and I'm like blown away. And then I'm telling the people here, man, you don't even have the idea what's happening right now because I was not into tech this much. And now I'm telling people, hey, restart, refresh, clear cache, clear cookies, and these kind of things. I am being better right now. So it was, first of all, obviously being lucky, hitting the rock on the right time, maybe. That was the need because I was looking for something I can be home and work on something with being with my family and then learning new things as well. I know that now I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to stick with this company for a long time because these kind of chances, these kind of people, these kind of families, you don't get to know or you don't get to have maybe in years. So yeah, the new thing for me with Audience Lab, again, coming back, uh, I had never done this before. I have never seen this before. The DAS or talking to people and, telling them, hey, these are the things you've been having, you will be having, and making them realize like you are talking to the right people, you are working with the right company, because I am convinced, and then I am easily convincing them as well. I have to be convinced myself. Hey, what I am doing right now, this is the right thing. This is a huge thing. And then when I am convinced with this, I am easily convincing other clients as well, and they are going good. You know, we have good or bad in every manner of our life. We will be having more clients like Tina and Eric, I would say, like out loud. But then we have people like Brad. They have been sticking with us like for months and they don't ask questions. They just ask, hey, just let me know what to do. We tell them and they're doing it. So
Yeah,
yeah,
cool. No, I appreciate that, brother. So, as far as the next steps, what are you seeing as the future for Audience Lab and yourself?
for me, I'm actually following the footsteps of Nathan as well. I have been trying to be on those calls where he is onboarding people. I tried to be on those calls too, where we were doing the upgrade for Pixel 2.0. I saw that. How does that work? And I want to be a person where in this company actually where which they can rely on actually. If even let's say you are not here for maybe a week or two, we were talking to Brian about this as well. You know that we are here and we can take care of things. Maybe not at that level, but still a level where you don't have to worry about things. I'm gonna be on that level someday, and I'm gonna have people like me who don't know shit and telling them, hey, this is how I learned it. I want you to learn as well. I had Fred, you have me.
Well, yeah, I appreciate that, brother, because it's a skill and skills can be learned. That's why I do my best to just take the mystery out of a lot of things
Uh-huh.
because again, there's enough mystery in this world to begin with. So it only makes sense for us to just really pour into each other, help each other out, help the clients
Uh-huh.
out, make sure that they get exactly what they need so that they're able
Yep.
to tell others about what we do because this tech still is
Exactly.
relatively new and it's one of those things where you have to just stay engaged with the process all the time.
Hmm.
Like, because
Yep.
we do all the time. I'm like, look, if I'm working 20 hours a day, I'm not expecting you exactly to work 20 hours, let's be clear. But I'm just that passionate to make sure that everything is pristine so that when somebody walks up, they know for a fact, like they don't have to question anything. Like they know for a fact that our team is world class as a minimum standard, period. Now, it ain't
Yep.
going to be perfect. It's going to be clunky because there's aspects of tech as it's always growing, things
Hmm.
always break.
Yep.
This time last year, I was on stage in Miami talking about the exact same thing when it was Ads Lab and it was still like 1.0, but so was the whole industry. And in a very
Yep.
brief period of time, you've had all of these copycats, you've had all of these imitators, but make no mistake about it, like we are beyond number one because Adam has just like taken this whole tech to a
Yep.
whole different level that by the time people try to figure it out, it's already outdated. So it's just like, and plus that comes from him being a good dude, Jesse,
Yeah.
Ray, me and everybody else on the
Hmm.
squad. So we just do our best to pour into the whole team so
Yep.
that you're able to just really function properly and do your job, and that's the
Yep.
thing. It's more than just the job, it's actually a lifestyle.
Exactly. Coming back to the point of 20 hours, as you said, I used to work actually for 16 to 18 hours a day. I tried my best, but that was just hard work. There is a difference, right? So I was trying and I was thinking the more hours I put in, maybe the more money I will be making as well. But I didn't thought of doing the smart work. I didn't, uh, make the calculations of those hours, what I am doing. I used to work for 8 hours for a Western Union chain. I used to take like 120 calls per day and trying to get an average handling time of like 50 to 55 seconds. I had to wrap this call, and then I am coming back. I have a guy who gave me a project to work on tickets. That was a risk as well, but I was not getting paid much. In the end of the month, I am still with grateful to God. Things were happening fine for my family. Family comes first to me. I check those expenses first, and then I think about myself. But still, now we talked about this as well. Maybe less hours, but productive ones.
Mm-hmm.
The smart work should be there. And then if I'm getting those 10 hours productive, I can put 5 or 8 more with the same intensity, with the same smart work, and then get paid more. So this was the difference with other companies and then coming back to Audience Lab.
Nice, nice, nice. And one last question. What do you think the heart of Audience Lab is? Like what makes Audience Lab different than any other place on the planet?
I think the first thing would be in my it's like a family tree, I would say. The roots are there. If I'm not talking about the tech being a company itself, because whenever we are talking to our people in the team, they are there. If I'm talking to, there is no, I would say I don't have to think about messaging Jesse or Messenger, you know, I don't have to ask someone. This is what I have experienced a lot. You come up being a COO, you come up as a giant, and then you talk to me and you said, hey, you can ping me up as many times as you want, anytime you want. I will check it and I will get back to you. And this has happened a lot. We have been doing one-on-one sessions as well. You have been improving myself. And then same goes with Jesse and Adam as well. Adam himself is a robot, I would say, doing million things. Whenever he gets time, he gets back to me. That attitude, I would say maybe the negative attitude, because there is a positive impact of this as well. The negative attitude I have never seen with anyone. What I have seen is I can reach anyone I want with the intention to talk to them, what's happening with me or any update. You know, we are super clear. The clarity is there. The transparency, I would say, is there. We are not lying to each other. We are giving ourselves a clear picture. This has been happening. If you work, you're gonna get this as well. If not, we're gonna work on this together. So this is something real unique because again, this comes from experience. We have been seeing shitty politics in companies. Even in US it happens. There is a company named Motive right now. The headquarters are in Islamabad, Lahore, in my country, and there's an office in San Francisco, California as well. They have a head office. I used to work with that company. Okay, so now there you actually have to scratch your manager's balls to get a raise or something like that. Even if your boss is saying a wrong thing, you have to say yes. Here it is not. We can argue in the best possible way. Although you and Jesse are never wrong because we have seen those examples. But again, you ask us, hey, what's your point of view? What should we do? So this is not happening in most of the companies. Actually, in my country, I would say. So if I compare, this is top notch. And I see myself, you know, going anywhere. I have been dealing with a lot of electricity problems being in the last few weeks. I was in a cafe working. There was no problem with you guys. You knew that I'm gonna get this shit done. I'm blocking that time, as you told us. You know, I have learned that. I know whatever I do, wherever I go, I gotta get this thing done. I have to be in this meeting because I am learning. He's blocking time when he can do a lot of things. He's blocking time for us, me and Nathan. Fred is coming. So why shouldn't we?